what if I told you that the biggest revolution of our time isn't about machines thinking faster, but about you remembering who you are?
Okay, I was gonna say self-driving burrito delivery, but sure, go ahead and blow my circuits with philosophy in the first 10 seconds.
Not just philosophy, a techno-spiritual prophecy. You see, while everyone's freaking out about AI replacing artists, teachers, accountants, there's a quieter revolution happening, one that starts right behind your rib cage.
Oh great, we're starting with the soul already.
Oh, we have to, because today we're exploring why your soul, not your smart fridge, is still the most advanced technology in existence.
All right, I'm in. But let's be honest here. Algorithms are already choosing our playlists, our partners, our dinner. If the soul is winning, it's doing it real quietly.
Maybe because it doesn't shout, it just knows. And that brings us to the heart of today's episode, the last techno-spiritual prophecy, why the soul will dominate the algorithms.
Sounds epic, like a Netflix doc where Deepak Chopra teams up with Elon Musk.
Oh, you have no idea. We've got 4 mind-bending truths to unpack, and trust me, the third one might just flip your reality upside down. It's all connected. AI, intuition, love, and the very structure of consciousness.
And hey, if you're into deep questions, science, spirituality, and occasional bad jokes, stick around. You're going to want to hear where this one goes.
Also, we've got a little surprise at the end, a tool, maybe even a memory, something you forgot you had.
Ooh, mysterious. Okay, folks, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, because today we're not just decoding algorithms, we're remembering how to outfeel them.
Let's begin the dive.
All right, so let's start where all modern epics begin, with the robots. AI right now is everywhere. Emails, drafted. Photos, enhanced. Relationships, kind of outsourced. And the wild part is it's not slowing down. Experts are calling it substantial and disruptive, which is analysts speak for, hold on to your organic brain, buddy.
Yes, but here's the twist. While algorithms are optimizing our breakfast routines and love lives, something subtler is being forgotten. And it's not a password.
You lost me. Again, what is it?
Wisdom. Not data, not knowledge, but that weird intuitive compass that says, hey, maybe don't automate empathy. And that's where the prophecy begins. Darius J. Wright calls it the ultimate reversal. He says you, yes you, in your hoodie and digital fatigue, are the original technology.
Wait, hold up. So I'm the tech, not my phone?
Exactly. Your soul is the operating system, your intuition, the algorithm, and your consciousness, the universal Wi-Fi.
That's either genius or a metaphysical TED Talk on ayahuasca. But let's break this down. What exactly makes this a prophecy?
Because it flips the script. We've spent decades trying to build smarter machines, but the soul doesn't compete. It remembers. And according to Wright, the danger isn't that machines will get smarter, it's that humans will forget they were already divinely encoded.
So the real apocalypse is forgetting your own firmware.
Exactly. And the way he puts it, when we rely only on external systems, AI, apps, ratings, metrics, we risk turning down the volume on our inner compass. That's how the sorcerer's apprentice shows up. The system keeps filling the cauldron but doesn't know when to stop, and suddenly the spell turns on the magician.
Yeah, like that algorithm on social media that just keeps showing you dog videos until you're crying over a beagle in a birthday hat at 3 a.m.
See? Exactly. But what if, instead of fearing that the machines are outsmarting us, we asked a better question?
Which is?
What if AI is here to wake us up? To remind us that no matter how advanced the machine, it'll never feel wonder, never choose compassion, never sit in stillness and listen to silence like it's a song.
Okay, that's beautiful, slightly terrifying, but mostly beautiful.
It's the prophecy. The soul doesn't just survive the age of algorithms, it leads it.
All right, so let me ask the annoying question right off the bat.
If my soul is the original technology, why do I still need Google Maps to find the nearest Thai restaurant?
Because even divine operating systems get hungry. But here's the difference. Your GPS gives directions. Your intuition gives orientation. One gets you there, the other tells you if you should even be going.
Ah, like that gut feeling you get when the Thai place has 1 star and a health inspection violation that says unidentified protein.
Exactly. That's not paranoia, that's your spiritual firewall kicking in.
Okay, but real talk. People trust data, patterns, numbers. If 10,000 people rated a restaurant 5 stars, my intuition kind of gets outvoted.
That's the illusion. Algorithms spot patterns in data. Intuition spots patterns in possibility. Think about it. Your grandma, without a degree in data science, just knew when you were lying. She had no spreadsheet, just a stare. That's wisdom you can't program.
Yeah, that stare had more bandwidth than my Wi-Fi.
Darius J. Wright says that most of our deepest decisions, like whom to love, when to leave a job, or whether to forgive, don't come from logic. They come from tacit knowing. It's fast, it's silent, and it often feels irrational until later when it's obviously right.
So we're talking about something like nonverbal intelligence, that subtle voice that whispers before your brain finishes the sentence?
Yes. And here's the catch. Artificial intelligence needs data to learn. Intuition just remembers.
Wow. So in a way, intuition is like a quantum download. No data sets, no beta testing, just boom, knowing.
Exactly. It's like your soul already visited the outcome and came back with the answer. And the more we depend on external algorithms to decide everything for us, the more that inner code starts to atrophy.
So if I'm constantly asking Siri what I feel, I might be outsourcing my own emotional GPS.
Yes, and she's terrible at it, by the way.
All right, so we've got souls as tech, intuition as the original GPS, but now you're going to tell me love is an algorithm too? Is this a sci-fi rom-com or a spiritual upgrade?
Both, but hear me out. Darius J. Wright says that unconditional love is the highest frequency. It's not a mood, it's not a sentiment. It's the original source code.
Wait, love as source code?
Yes. Not the clingy text you 37 times kind. I'm talking about that core frequency that says, I see you, and you are already enough. That energy, it rewires timelines. He says everything bends to it, not because it forces, but because it reminds.
Okay, that's kind of poetic, but how does that compare with AI? I mean, AI can optimize millions of variables in seconds. What's love optimizing?
Meaning. AI asks, how do we do this faster? Love asks, should we do this at all?
Dang. So while an algorithm finds the shortest path, love asks if the path leads to somewhere worth going?
Exactly. And here's the irony. The more complex AI gets, the more it reveals what it lacks. It can diagnose disease, but not hold your hand through fear. It can compose a symphony, but not feel its beauty.
Sounds like the difference between a recipe and a meal your mom made. One fills your stomach, the other fills your soul.
Yes. And while AI mimics intelligence, only love creates coherence. It's not about output. It's about integration.
So you're saying love isn't soft and fluffy, it's the real algorithm, the one that holds this whole reality together.
Wright would say it's the gravity of spirit, the algorithm that doesn't optimize for efficiency, but for elevation.
All right, so we've covered a lot. AI doing what it does best, intuition being your personal Jedi power, and love as the supreme algorithm. But now, you're telling me the soul is unbreakable?
Absolutely. According to Darius J. Wright, your soul is the only thing in this universe that can't be hacked, erased, or replicated. Unless you believe it can.
Wait, so the only thing that can actually damage the soul is thinking it's damageable?
Bingo! The real virus isn't digital, it's fear. Fear that you're powerless. Fear that you're replaceable. Fear that your worth depends on algorithms, likes, shares, rankings, reviews. But Wright says your soul was never built from external code. It's pre-installed cosmic software.
That's weirdly comforting. So all this tech, the AI, the automation, the synthetic intelligence, it's like an elaborate test?
More like a mirror. A very shiny, very well-coded mirror. It reflects what we project into it. If we pour in anxiety and control, it amplifies it. If we lead with clarity, intention, love, it shifts.
So the danger isn't in AI rising up with laser eyes. It's us bowing down to it, forgetting who we are.
Yes, not all idolatries involve golden calves. Some involve glowing screens.
Oof, that one hurt a little.
And here's the prophecy. The soul won't be dominated by algorithms. It will direct them, but only when remember that we were never just users. We are designers of experience, authors of meaning, and keepers of the inner signal.
Okay, that's epic. So now the question isn't, what can AI do? It's, what can we awaken because of it?
Exactly. AI may write 1 billion lines of code, but only you can choose to write your story with purpose.
All right, let me see if I got this straight. We just traveled through a techno-spiritual prophecy that says the soul leads, not lags. Intuition as the OG algorithm that doesn't need data to know. Love, not logic, as the force that truly optimizes reality. And 4, the soul as unbreakable unless we forget it's unbreakable.
That's the core. And you said it beautifully. We're living in the age of artificial intelligence, but maybe what we're really craving is authentic awareness.
Okay, so real talk. We're not anti-technology. I still want my GPS, my robot vacuum, and whatever's making my coffee smarter than me.
Of course. Use the tools, just don't become the tool.
Oh, tattoo that one on a USB stick.
Seriously, though, this isn't about rejecting AI. It's about reclaiming authority. Because the final frontier isn't in the cloud, it's in you.
So, what do we do with all this? What's the next step?
Start simple. Next time an algorithm offers you a suggestion, pause and ask your intuition, do I already know? Maybe you do. Maybe you've always known. You just needed a little reminder.
That's poetic, and maybe a little spooky, but mostly poetic.
And if this conversation sparked something in you, something deep, something a little electric, don't let it fade.
Hit that subscribe button, not because a bot told you to, but because your soul did.
And stay tuned. We've got more episodes coming where mystery meets logic, spirit meets science, and reality gets a little weirder in the best way. All right, now it's your turn. Yeah, you, the one with earbuds and a cosmic curiosity. Let's ask a few real questions here. When was the last time you followed your intuition instead of a recommendation algorithm? Do you ever feel like you're outsourcing your choices to something that doesn't even know you? And here's the big one. What do you think happens when the soul starts leading the code instead of the code leading the soul?
And hey, we'd love to hear from you. Seriously, drop a comment and tell us, if you had to choose one word to describe this episode, what would it be? Something that summarizes what this stirred up in you. Could be
Remembrance, power, freedom, realignment, or hey, maybe just wow. There's no wrong answer. Unless you say mayonnaise, then we might worry.
But also, if this episode made you think of someone you care about, someone who might be drifting a little too far into autopilot, share it. Not because we need the views, but because maybe their soul needs a reminder too.
And now, before you disappear into the algorithmic abyss, we've got 2 more episodes on the screen right now. Each one dives deeper into this dance between technology and soul.
Click one. Continue your journey. And remember,
Your soul isn't lost in the machine. It's waiting to be remembered.
So, until next time, don't outsource your soul.
and remember, the code you've been waiting for was always written in you.